Did you find what you're looking for?
This regulator on leisurePro.com looks like the one I want, but I'm not sure how to adjust the airflow.
Look, they have a chat interface. You can talk to a dive expert 24 hours a day.
At leisurePro.com, you can get the product answers you need fast by chatting with our dive experts anytime.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
Be a part of Scuba Nation. Get your gear today. Scuba Nation Apparel by Uzi, available at ScubaNation.com. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Sea Dog and Shipyard Ales, the official beer of Scuba Nation.
This time on Scuba Nation.
We are going diving with the Florida Department of Transportation as they show us what it's like to clock in and out as a diver on a daily basis. We see how these unsung heroes are keeping us safe by inspecting the bridges we all travel on. So it's time for some blue-collar diving, this time on Scuba Nation.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, Billy C. would dive a puddle if it was deep enough.
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy.
Diving's like pizza. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's still good.
Two ordinary guys with a thirst for getting wet and exploring all things scuba. We are Scuba Nation. One nation underwater.
Presented by Leisure Pro.
Work. It feels like I just got out of this joint. I can't believe I'm here already. I'm pulling a double, Billy C. How's the daughter?
Oh, man, she's great. You know, she had another baby.
Another baby?
Another baby.
You tell that son-in-law of yours to take it easy, for God's sake. Yeah, let's hear it.
Work. What can I say?
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Fred Flintstone.
Whatever. You know, in Scuba Nation, the focus of our show is mainly recreational diving. But on today's show, we're going to spread a little sunshine on the divers that have to clock in and out every day.
Florida's Department of Transportation is responsible for over 800 bridges between Miami-Dade County and Monroe County. But let me tell you, they have to dive in every imaginable environment, and they're also responsible for keeping us safe.
Yeah, so it's time for a little blue-collar diving, this time on Scuba Nation. Ow. Ow.
Scuba Nation, clocking in with the Florida Department of Transportation boys to make sure the bridges are safe. The ones that you drive over, going out with the boys today.
Dude, Josh, tell me about your job.
I love my job. It's rewarding in many aspects besides keeping my own family, because they all live here in Miami, safe. Keep everybody, the tourists, keep everyone who's in town. And everyone asks me, because everybody knows that I work for Disney, how are our bridges doing? And I could actually say they're good, because I've seen them myself.
Okay, so have you seen me come up first?
Clocking in.
This is ready to attach.
How many times do you guys go out inspecting bridges a year?
Typically we do anywhere from 8 to 12 bridges a month, and out of those bridges, usually about 6 or 7 of them involve diving.
Walk me through the steps the minute we hit the water.
That was a pretty typical inspection dive, where we sounded around the drill shafts, that's what we call the columns, and checking for hollow sound. I know it's underwater, but you can hear it. I also took some spots where I cleaned off, so I could see what's behind it and see if, there's a percentage of cleaning that we are also expected to do.
We take depth and scour surveys.
Scour is anywhere where the current is wearing out the ground by the columns.
And it can actually wash out underneath the bridge. In some cases, it can actually make a bridge collapse. Fortunately, it's not a big issue down here, but we do that with every routine inspection. If we see anything, we note it. Tell topside, we note it in there.
Once I feel safe, with that column is past the inspection, I move on to the next one.
The divers at the Florida Department of Transportation take extreme care not to disturb the naturally growing corals already on the columns. These bridges act as havens for all kind of fish life, and things got real fishy.
We always keep documentation of all the depths of all of our columns. That way, see if there's anything changing, and it's part of the safety process.
Worst situations I've had as a diver, zero visibility and getting tangled up in fishing line. You run straight into it, and you basically just have to sit there and be like, okay, sit on bottom and figure it out.
And not panic, right?
Not panic.
Am I doing a public service? My family, and I have a big family, has to use these bridges. So to me, it's personal as well, and I take it personal. If I see something that scares me, I'm putting it in the report, I'm reporting it, and I'm going to follow through and make sure that it gets, something happens. It's personal. So this is Miami. I've lived in Miami and my whole life. It's kind of full circle. Right. The little kid looking under the bridge, right. And now I'm actually taking care of the bridges.
You catch something with a bridge and you note it and you let it, let the structural engineers know, and the structural engineers are like, oh man, we need to fix that. And it ends up saving the public a lot of money in the long run. It's our job. We knew it coming in, so we have to do it. Rain or shine, sick, healthy, we have to do it.
So like I said, it's personal. I mean, Miami is my home, and the Keys is my hangout. And, I gotta take care of the Keys and both counties, so I take it personal.
Absolutely.
I was hired on as a diver, and that's what we do.
Oh man, what a great dive. You know where we're headed.
The Rum Barrel offers the tastiest of Key West cuisine and ice-cold beer and spirits to wet any whistle. Divers, show your certification card and get 10% off any order. Dive, decompress, Rum Barrel, Key West. Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Motherlode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
Born in Maine, created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Reef Safe, biodegrades in oceans, non-toxic to sea life. Scuba Works, quality runs deep. And Spare Air, there when you need it.
Hey folks, Billy C here. Today on the show we are highlighting Sea Life underwater cameras. Hey, we all know they manufacture some of the most popular, easy to use underwater dive cameras out there. Hey, but did you also know that they offer pre-assembled, ready to dive camera sets with all the accessories, all the extras to get the most out of your underwater photo and video. Sea Life camera sets include lighting and lens accessories that are essential for getting bright, colorful photos and videos, such as the Digital Pro Flash, Photo Video Light, and fisheye wide-angle lens. No matter what environment you're diving in, there's a Sea Life set to fit your needs. For limited time only, through August 31st of this year, you can save up to $100 on Sea Life camera sets with the Get Set mail-in rebate. To mail in your original receipt and UPC label along with a completed rebate form. Visit sealife-cameras.com/rebate for all the details. And to learn more about all the underwater photography gear that Sea Life has to offer.
Welcome back. The boys are doing a little blue-collar diving with the Florida Department of Transportation and getting a little lesson on a day in the life of a commercial diver. The next bridge inspection is the MacArthur Causeway in downtown Miami. This ought to be fun.
As good as it gets. I was jacked up all last night waiting for this dive today. We're in the heart of Miami, the Magic City, and we're diving the bridge. Another day, another bridge.
Very exciting. It's gonna be a good dive. One of my favorite dives.
Back. Hey, so what do you see on dive?
Sweet. And underneath it, there's all these square piling.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna go underneath, and it's like a forest. There's all the growth on them and everything. It's like a
What a backdrop, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're staging up here?
Dude, I am chapped up, man. If you think this is a cool place to go to work, how about inspecting the interior of a drainage culvert? Have fun, boys. You can have my share.
Today we dove the Port of Miami bridges.
Right.
Down here in Biscayne Bay, right in the middle of between City of Miami, Miami Beach, and Port of Miami.
I mean, this is a major artery for commerce of Miami-Dade County.
Yes, it is.
And it's kind of under your jurisdiction to make sure this thing stays up.
Yes, it is.
Tell me a little bit about that.
We were checking for spalls or anything that where the concrete has been busted out, either through impact by vessel or other objects, or where the reinforced rebar has actually started to corrode and expand, and the pressure just basically blows the top layer of concrete out.
Right.
We also check for cracks.
They told us the Causeway is usually a good-looking dive site. Not today. It got dark and green in a hurry. It's only about 5 feet of dig. Ah, the life of a blue-collar diver. Someone's got to do it.
You definitely have to know, be able to dive in all environments. Clear water, fast-moving water, no visibility, muddy, nasty conditions. You got to deal with obstacles all the time. You have to deal with not only that, but vessel traffic around here. You also have to deal with security concerns.
Yep.
Whenever we come out to a bridge like this, or since we're close to the port, we notify not only the Port of Miami security, but also the Coast Guard.
Right.
So that way somebody's driving by and be like, hey, who are these guys diving on the bridge? And they know that we're out here.
But you get to every bridge, you make sure that its structural integrity is intact, and you really are keeping us safe, man.
Yeah, well, it's a job. Somebody's got to do it.
It's a blue-collar job of diving.
Yeah, that's the perk of the job, is we get to dive.
Right.
Sometimes it's nice areas, and sometimes it's not so nice areas, but at the end of the day, it's diving.
Scuba Nation wants to thank you guys to do what you guys do. It's not glamorous, it's hard work, it's every situation imaginable in diving is thrown at you, and you guys handle it flawlessly. So our hats off to the DOT.
Appreciate it, thank you.
All right, brother.
Stay with us as we go diving in a cup of coffee, and he's not the sugar.
Bugfest by the Sea, this July 21st to the 27th at Lauderdale by the Sea. The Great Florida Bug Hunt Contest. 1,000 in cash prizes for the biggest bugs. Beachfront lobster cookout, live calypso music and beer. Bug hunting classes and tips. Mini season kickoff party. Bugfest by the Sea.
Hey honey, I'm on LeisurePro.com shopping for a new dive computer. I'm actually blogging with another diver that has the same one. Let me call you right back.
Have a question about a product? At LeisurePro.com, you can ask questions with other Leisure Pro customers about the products you want before you buy.
Sure.
Whoa!
When Billy C and Mitch finish our dives on Saturdays, we head on over to Tobacco Road
For all you can eat, dig in, and pig out barbecue.
Tobacco Road, Miami's oldest watering hole, is serving up
all you can eat barbecue.
every Saturday starting at noon. Divers, sea cards means no cover on Saturdays.
All you can eat barbecue every Saturday right here at Tobacco Road. One Nation, eat barbecue!
Our coral reefs have suffered a 90% loss over the last 20 years. Ocean temperature change combined with pollution has taken a serious toll. Ken Niedermeyer, a CNN hero and founder of the Coral Restoration Foundation, is changing that. Since 2004, the Coral Restoration Foundation has grown and planted thousands of new corals. His pioneering and proven methods are used both here and abroad, but Ken needs your help.
Visit coralrestoration.org. Donate now and make a world of difference for our oceans.
Hey Scuba Nation, this is Mitch. Just want to let you know when I dive the 305, I always dive on Aquatic Explorers. They feature a brand new dive boat with a crew that's second to none. So when you're ready to plan your next diving adventure, the best boat and crew for private charters, and all your certification needs by world-class instructors, please click or call the friends of the program, Aquatic Explorers. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium. Ocean-minded footwear. Live, protect, respect. Maris, the official equipment provider for Scuba Nation. Welcome back. So we're finding out the lay of the land as a commercial diver with the divers from the Florida Department of Transportation. And we could not believe where they took us next. They must be kidding, right?
But the majority of the time we're in nasty, dark water, jumping in off the side of some canal somewhere and, fighting off palm fronds and iguanas and dead ducks and everything else.
Nope, they're not kidding.
The Florida Keys
in beautiful water. You're here in water that looks like a coffee mug.
Yeah, pretty much. And today actually was very good visibility. We actually were out here about a month ago.
I beg to differ.
We were out here about a month ago, and we couldn't see our hand in front of our face.
This is blue-collar diving, people. We're out in the Everglades. There's alligators, there's mosquitoes, there's workers, there's divers. We're getting in the water. We're getting in this water right here. You know, every bridge needs to be inspected. You know, they got to do the big bridges, but they also have to do the little bridges right here throughout the Everglades. So guess what, folks? You might not want to dive in water with alligators and mosquitoes and snakes and all that, but we have to. If you come to the Everglades, you know, make sure that you got something to protect yourself from the mosquitoes. Let's go diving. How do you prepare yourself for these different environments that you encounter?
It's a little bit of everything. The state now requires commercial divers. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll put you in a complete blacked out face mask so you can't see.
Hey Josh, I just heard something grunt.
Probably a bullfrog.
All right,
that's what I keep telling myself. Make sure we've got all our safety equipment because we're quite a distance away from any help.
So not back in 20 minutes. Let's wait 10 more minutes.
Then we got to look at what are the possible dangers. Well, visit a nest
We got alligators and poisonous snakes. That should be on the list, right?
Yes.
Keep your eyes open, guys.
Alright, let's go to that first column and then we'll go down there, okay?
Copy that.
One day you got sharks and venomous lionfish. The other day you have alligators and venomous snakes. You guys are nuts.
Alright, we got 5 feet. Here at the column.
5 feet, copy that. I don't know if you can hear him hammering right now. What he's doing is going from column to column, sounding him with a hammer, making sure there's no hollow sounds, no visible cracks or spalls, and he's also taking some measurement that I record here so that we can always keep track of the depths every inspection cycle. So next inspection cycle, if there's an abnormal change in depth, something to investigate. Much going on except the alligators. But they're there. They'll be popping up any second now. They get curious with the sounds.
Well, it's not like you dive in the Caribbean. It's more like you dive in a cup of coffee. But like I always say, if the puddle is deep enough, I would dive in. And this is definitely deep enough to dive in.
What a great time we had with the divers at the Florida Department of Transportation. I think we really have a pretty good idea of what it feels like to be a commercial diver now. So the next time you drive over a bridge, keep in mind the people underwater. The blue-collar divers that you can't see, but they are there, making a living on the sport of scuba diving that we all go nuts over. For Billy C., I'm Mitch, One Nation Underwater. Thanks for watching.
Department of Transportation has to... All right, let's start again. DOT best practices with Josh. They will never dive the same. They'll never dive without trash bags ever again. Show them.
And you want to put it on again for a second dive, it's a pain in the butt trying to get it in. But if you get yourself one of these common plastic bags from a supermarket.
From any grocery
you wrap
store.
it around your hand. Try getting it in there. It's gonna slide right in.
You almost punched me in the face doing it. That's how
You wanted to get back in the water.
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
I'm Fred Flintstone.
Hey, Scuba Nation.
Screw the gators. If any gators come into view, I'm giving them the chomp.
Hey, it's Mitch with Scuba Nation. If you're a parent of a child with autism like me, I want to tell you about a great organization called CARD.
CARD stands for the Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. Located throughout the state of Florida, CARD serves both children and adults who have autism or other disabling conditions and their families. Services are free of charge and include family support, consultation, and educational activities like the surf camp on Miami Beach.
For more information, you can call them at 1-800-9-AUTISM or visit their website at umcard.org.
Did you find what you're looking for?
This regulator on leisurePro.com looks like the one I want, but I'm not sure how to adjust the airflow.
Look, they have a chat interface. You can talk to a dive expert 24 hours a day.
At leisurePro.com, you can get the product answers you need fast by chatting with our dive experts anytime.
Born in Maine. Created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.